Have you ever felt drained by someone's words or actions, as if a single comment could shatter the peace you worked so hard to create? Have you noticed how negativity sticks to your mind like a stain, while the good moments seem to fade away too quickly? These experiences are all too common in our modern world, where relationships and interactions have become as fleeting as a text message. Now think about this. How often do you let someone's harsh words dictate the course of your day? How often do you feel the burden of others' judgments weighing on your mind? We all face moments where the actions of others seem to overshadow our sense of self-worth. But what if I told you that this power to ruin your peace lies not in their hands but within your own? Acharya Chanakya, one of the greatest thinkers in Indian history, once said, "You cannot stop the birds of worry from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest in your hair." This timeless wisdom holds the key to navigating the negativity we encounter daily. Today, let us explore how we can cultivate awareness, inspired by Chanakya's teachings, to protect our inner peace in the face of toxicity. First, let's understand why negativity affects us so deeply. Chanakya believed that human beings are inherently emotional creatures, drawn more strongly to fear and criticism than to joy and praise. He compared the mind to a sponge, easily absorbing whatever it encounters. Just like a drop of poison can taint an entire pot of milk, a single negative comment can cloud your thoughts and dim your happiness. But why does this happen? It's because we give others more control over our minds than we realize. When someone criticizes us or behaves unkindly, we often internalize it, questioning our worth instead of questioning their motives. Chanakya warned against this tendency, saying, "Never let the opinions of others overpower your inner voice, for it is your inner voice that leads you to your destiny." In today's world, where social media amplifies every judgment and criticism, this teaching is more relevant than ever. Ask yourself, are you allowing a stranger's comment on your post to determine your self-esteem? Are you letting a coworker's bad mood ruin your focus? Chanakya emphasized the importance of self-awareness as a shield against negativity. He said, "Before you react to others, know yourself." What does this mean? It means understanding your triggers, knowing what makes you upset, why it affects you, and how to respond wisely. Self-awareness is like a mirror that reflects not just your face, but your thoughts and emotions. Let's consider an example. Imagine someone at work constantly undermines your efforts. Instead of reacting angrily or feeling demotivated, pause and ask yourself, why does this person's behavior bother me? Does their opinion truly define my worth? Chanakya taught that when you understand your own mind, you become like a fortress, strong, unshaken, and impenetrable. He compared this to a tree with deep roots. No matter how strong the storm, the tree stands firm because its foundation is solid. Acharya Chanakya was also a master strategist, and his lessons often compared life's challenges to a battlefield. He believed that dealing with toxic people is like engaging in combat, not with swords but with wisdom. He said, "A wise man knows when to strike, but a wiser man knows when to step aside." Think about this. When someone throws negativity at you, do you engage with them, or do you step aside? Responding to negativity doesn't always require a counterattack. Sometimes, the best strategy is to simply sidestep the blow, much like a skilled warrior avoids an unnecessary fight. Chanakya's advice is clear. Don't let toxic people's words enter your heart. Don't waste your energy proving yourself to those who don't matter. Instead, conserve your energy for battles that truly count: your goals, your growth, and your peace. So, how do we put these teachings into practice? Start with these simple steps. When faced with negativity, take a deep breath and pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Remember, your reaction is your choice. Chanakya said, "The words of the envious are like thorns. They hurt the one who throws them more than the one they are thrown at." Realize that toxic behavior often stems from the other person's insecurities, not your shortcomings. Cultivate habits that protect your mind, such as meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature. These practices help you stay rooted, no matter what storms come your way. Let's return to where we began. The power to shield your mind from negativity lies within you. Acharya Chanakya's wisdom reminds us that self-awareness is not just a skill, it's a necessity in today's world. The next time you encounter negativity, remember this. You are like a king or queen ruling over the kingdom of your mind. Would you let invaders disrupt your peace, or would you defend your inner harmony with grace and wisdom? Chanakya's teachings urge us to choose the latter. By understanding ourselves, sidestepping unnecessary battles, and focusing on what truly matters, we can rise above toxicity and reclaim our power. So, I ask you, will you let negativity define your day, or will you rise above it? The choice, as Chanakya would say, is yours. Now, have you ever felt trapped in the weight of a grudge? Do you find yourself replaying the words or actions of someone who hurt you, wondering why it's so hard to let go? Now, ask yourself, how much time and energy have you spent dwelling on these moments? Imagine what you could achieve if that energy was redirected toward your growth instead of your pain. In today's world, relationships are like a double-edged sword. They can bring immense joy but also profound hurt. But how we deal with these hurts shapes not only our relationships but also our inner peace. Acharya Chanakya, the master of wisdom and strategy, once said, "Forgiveness is a virtue of the strong, but memory is the guide of the wise." Let us explore this profound teaching today. How can we forgive without forgetting the lessons learned? How can we navigate the complex dance of relationships with grace, wisdom, and clarity? Let's start with forgiveness. Acharya Chanakya taught that forgiveness is not about condoning the wrongs of others. It's about liberating yourself from the burden of resentment. He said, "Holding on to anger is like holding a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. It only burns you. When someone wrongs you, it's natural to feel hurt. But when you carry that hurt for days, weeks, or even years, it begins to weigh you down." Forgiveness, as Chanakya suggested, is not about excusing their behavior. It's about choosing your peace over their mistakes. Think about a time when someone's actions deeply hurt you. Did holding on to that anger help you, or did it only prolong your suffering? Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. It means you stop letting that pain control your emotions. But forgiveness alone is not enough. Chanakya emphasized the importance of memory as a guide. He believed that our past experiences are like a map, showing us where the pitfalls are and helping us avoid them in the future. He said, "An intelligent person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others as well." This doesn't mean you dwell on the past. It means you extract the lesson it offers. If someone betrayed your trust, forgive them, but remember what that experience taught you about setting boundaries. If someone's negativity drained you, let go of the resentment, but remember to guard your energy next time. Imagine your life as a journey through a dense forest. Forgiveness is like lightening your load, freeing you to move forward. Memory, on the other hand, is your compass, guiding you away from dangerous paths and toward safer ones. Now, how do we balance these two forces in real life? Chanakya offered a simple yet profound strategy. Do not let your heart cloud your judgment, but do not let your judgment harden your heart. This means forgiving with compassion, but also with wisdom. Let's take an example. Imagine a friend repeatedly breaks promises. Forgiveness means you release the anger and bitterness toward them. Memory means you recognize the pattern and adjust your expectations or interactions to protect yourself. Together, they help you maintain peace while ensuring you don't fall into the same trap again. Chanakya also compared relationships to a cosmic dance, a balance of light and darkness. He said, "Value those who bring light into your life, but do not fear walking away from those who bring only darkness." This teaches us to appreciate the people who uplift us while staying vigilant against those who drain us. So, how can we integrate these teachings into our daily lives? Before reacting to someone's hurtful behavior, pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? What can I learn from this situation? Let go of the anger and resentment that weighed you down. Write down your feelings if needed, then consciously choose to release them. Reflect on the experience and identify what it taught you. Use this lesson as a guide for future interactions. Forgive, but don't let forgiveness turn into repeated tolerance of toxic behavior. Use your memory to set boundaries that protect your peace. Forgiveness and memory are like two wings of a bird. Both are needed to soar above life's challenges. Acharya Chanakya's wisdom teaches us that forgiving others is not about weakness. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of anger. At the same time, memory ensures we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. So, the next time someone's actions hurt you, ask yourself, can I forgive them for my own peace of mind? What lesson does this experience offer me? Remember, your heart has the strength to forgive, and your mind has the wisdom to learn. Together, they can guide you toward relationships that uplift rather than drain you. As Chanakya said, true wisdom lies in moving forward with grace, without carrying the weight of the past, but with the lessons it has taught. Let us strive to embody this wisdom in our lives, forgiving with compassion and remembering with clarity. Let us become stronger, wiser, and more resilient in our relationships, for this is the path to true peace and fulfillment. Now, have you ever felt overwhelmed by someone's negativity? Maybe it's a friend who constantly complains, a colleague who criticizes everything, or even a stranger whose words left a mark on your mood. Did you notice how their energy, like a storm, affected your day? Now think, what would it be like to remain calm and unshaken, no matter the chaos around you? What if you could protect your inner peace without needing to withdraw from the world? Acharya Chanakya, a master of strategy and human behavior, believed in the power of emotional stability and the wisdom of setting boundaries. He said, "He who is wise knows the importance of controlling his emotions, for emotions left unchecked can destroy even the strongest of minds." Today, let us explore how to build emotional stability and set boundaries, two pillars that allow us to live with resilience and clarity in a world filled with challenges. Life is unpredictable, and the actions of others are often beyond our control. Acharya Chanakya emphasized that emotional stability comes from within, not from the absence of external chaos. He taught, "A man who is governed by his emotions is like a boat without a rudder, easily swayed by the winds and tides." Think about those moments when someone's words or action shook you. Was it because of what they said, or was it because of how you reacted? Emotional stability is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about mastering them. It's about choosing to respond with reason rather than react with impulse. Chanakya suggested that to achieve this, we must cultivate self-awareness. Ask yourself, why does this person's behavior affect me? Is this worth my energy and peace? Imagine yourself as a mountain, standing firm against a raging storm. The storm may howl and batter, but it cannot move the mountain. This is the strength we cultivate through emotional stability. While emotional stability is about mastering your inner world, boundaries are about managing your outer world. Chanakya wisely observed, "A person who allows everyone to enter his mind and life without discretion will soon lose his peace." In today's interconnected world, it's easy to let others dictate our moods and priorities. But Chanakya taught that not every opinion deserves your attention, and not every person deserves a place in your inner circle. Setting boundaries isn't about being rude or dismissive. It's about respecting yourself enough to protect your energy. Think of your life as a garden. Emotional stability is the fertile soil, and boundaries are the fences that keep out the weeds. Without boundaries, toxic influences can take root and drain your vitality. Chanakya encouraged us to say no when needed, not out of arrogance but out of wisdom. Consider this. Have you ever said yes to something just to avoid conflict, only to feel resentment later? Boundaries allow you to say yes to what truly matters and no to what doesn't serve you. How can we apply these teachings in our daily lives? Let's break it into simple steps. When faced with negativity, pause. Chanakya advised that a moment of silence can prevent a lifetime of regret. Take a breath and choose your response carefully. Pay attention to what disturbs your peace. Is it a particular person, situation, or comment? Understanding your triggers helps you build resilience. Chanakya taught that detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means staying emotionally grounded. Like a tree that sways in the wind but doesn't break, learn to bend without losing your strength. Be clear and calm when setting boundaries. If someone's behavior is affecting you, let them know respectfully. For example, I value our relationship, but I need to step away from this conversation for my peace. Chanakya believed in nurturing oneself to be of service to others. Take time to recharge, whether through meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. Acharya Chanakya's wisdom reminds us that we cannot control the world, but we can control how we navigate it. Emotional stability allows us to remain calm and focused, while boundaries ensure that we protect what matters most, our peace. The next time someone's negativity tries to pull you down, ask yourself, is this worth disturbing my inner calm? How can I respond with wisdom instead of reaction? Remember, you are the guardian of your peace. As Chanakya said, the wise do not wrestle with the storms outside. They master the calm within. Let us embrace this wisdom in our lives. Let us become like the mountain that stands firm, the tree that bends but does not break, and the garden that flourishes within the safety of its boundaries. By cultivating emotional stability and setting boundaries, you don't just protect yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Together, let us build lives of strength, peace, and purpose, guided by the timeless teachings of Acharya Chanakya.